Today we're going to use our poem, Something Big, for me to introduce you to music language. Now, as we get through, I'll tell you a couple of stories about the music language. But first, let's say our poem together. Something big has been here. What it was I do not know, for I did not see it coming, and I did not see it go. But I hope I never meet it. If I do, I'm in a fix, for it left behind its footprints. They are size 956. All right, so we talked in our last lesson about how the something big has long sounds and short sounds, and that's where we get our rhythm. So, what I need for you to do in just a minute is pause the video, and you need to go find some popsicle sticks or something long like pencils or something like this. You're going to need 12 of them to do this. So you might could even take an index card and cut it into 12 strips or something like that. So go ahead and click pause on the video for just a second and go get that together, and I'll wait for you. Okay, now that you've done that, what I need for you to do is set them to the side, and let's think about the number of syllables in the first line of our poem. Something big has been here. Okay, so let's take our sticks. Okay, so we've got something big has been here. Okay, so there we go. I've got mine up there. So let's talk about that. So let's say the poem and point to our sticks. Here we go. Something big has been here. That didn't sound right, did it? There's something wrong with that. Let's try it again. Something big has been here. We talked last time about there being 4 beats in that first line. Well, there's 4 beats, but we have 6 syllables. We might need to connect some of these syllables. So I'm going to take another popsicle stick, and I'm going to put it over these. I'm going to have to spread these out just a little bit so it works. I'm going to put it over these and see if I can connect these two together. Okay, so here we go. There we go. That makes a beat. Okay, so let's try it now. So now both of these go in one beat. So let's try it that way. 1, 2, here we go. Something big has been here. It's still not quite right. Something else needs to be fixed. It looks like 2 more of them have to be connected. Is it going to be the first, these 2 here, or is it these 2 here? So let's say our poem and keep our beat. Something big has been, which 2 were together? Was the second 2. So I'm going to connect those 2. Okay, so that means I got to spread these out. All right, so now, there we go. Let's see if that works. You ready? 1, 2, let's say it with this. Something big has been here. That's what we needed to do. All right, so now let's think about the second line. Okay, let's think about the second line. I'm going to unconnect these because you know the rhythm was not the same in the second line. We talked about that. I'm just going to set these down here so they're easy to get to. Okay, so let's think about the second line. What it was I do not know. Okay, so what it was I do not, I need one more. No. Okay, let's put him right down there. Okay, so now we figured out in the last time we probably need to connect some things. So let's say it just with the syllables and see which things maybe we need to connect. Okay, so here we go. What it was I do not know. Now let's say it with the beats. What it was I do not know. Okay, so which ones need to be connected? Let's think about it. Yep, the first two. The first two need to be connected just like they were in the last one. So let me collect those. Let's see what else needs to be connected. Let's say it like this. Here we go. What it was I do not know. That's definitely not right, is it? Definitely not. So what should I do? If you said for me to connect the next two, you're right. I need to connect the next two. So here we go. Now, let's see. Are we getting close? Let's try it. Here we go. What it was I do not know. I got to connect something else. So is it going to be these two or the last one and the next to the last one? Let's try it both ways. What it was I do not know, or what it was I do not know. Yeah, you're right. It's these two. So let's connect these two and make them one of our little beat contraptions here that you're about to learn what they're called. There we go. So let's see if this is right. Okay? What it was I do not know. That is absolutely correct, isn't it? Now, let's think about the third line. Remember, we had 3 different rhythms in this poem because we figured it out last week. A bunch of them were the same. The very first one was the only one that was totally different. So let's leave this and see what happens. But I hope I never meet it. Oh, I need another one here, don't I? So I'm going to need to put one of my sticks here. And then I've got to connect these two. I hope my board's long enough. Okay, here we go. There we go. It's not quite long enough, but I think it's close enough. So, all right. So now let's say it. But I hope I never meet it. There we go. That one doesn't want to play anymore. So we're going to learn what these rhythms are called now. So we had 2 different things. One connected and one by itself. Okay? So I think what I'm going to do is put this one over here and get rid of the rest of these for us to talk about this. So we have one that was connected and one that was by itself. So these guys are going down. So we have 2 different kinds of rhythms here, don't we? Okay, so I'm going to take a paper here and I'm going to show you what these are called. Okay? If there is one syllable on the beat, we're going to write it like this. Okay, I'm going to draw one line down and that's it. Okay? The name of this rhythm, what we call it when we clap it, is going to be ta. See that right there? That's called ta. All right? Now, the next one, if we do one like this is how we write it. There are 2 syllables, so we're going to put 1 down and 2 down. Then I have to connect them on the top, right? Connect it across the top. Now, before I tell you the official name of this one, I'm going to tell you a story. Once when I was teaching this lesson, we had a brand new student that had moved from across the ocean and from another country named Taiwan. When he came in and we started teaching this, all of a sudden he got so excited. He was jumping up and down, had his hand in the air. Normally, I make you wait a minute if I'm teaching something. But he was so excited I had to call on him. And he said, "Mrs. Branson, that's the same thing they call it in Taiwan." And so he had learned this in Taiwan, and they use the same language to call this. Now, when we say this, sometimes we mean something else. So you'll see what I mean in just a second. So I'm going to write on here what this is called. Okay, you ready? This is called T. We call it TT. Now, some of you just giggled. I know, it happens. Some of you just giggled because sometimes we call TT saying that we need to go to the bathroom. Okay, but this is just music language. So I let you get away with giggling a little bit, but once we get past it, then we have to keep going, okay? So, ta is one sound per beat. TT is 2 syllables per beat. Now, I'm going to show you some rhythm strips that I already have that we're going to practice with next week, okay? And I'm going to show them to you right here. Look, there's the TTs, there's the tas. So, let's say this one. T, 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 ta, ta. See how that works? Something big has been here. There's our rhythm. All right, are you ready? Does that look familiar? T, 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 ta. What it was I do not know. All right, and here's the other one. But I hope I never meet it. This one is, if I do, I'm in a fix. For it left behind its footprints, they are size 956. There you go. So we're going to say our rhythm all the way through. And if Miss Branson can keep up in her head which rhythm we're on. Once this one's done, I can put it down. And then I just have to switch them back and forth. All right, so let's try it. Here we go. T, 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 ta, ta. T, 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 ta. Oh, I went backwards. Let's try that again for Mrs. Branson. I can't look at me in the screen recording this and look at this too because I get confused. So let's try it one more time just for me. T, 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 ta, ta. T, 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 ta. T, 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 ta. T, 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 ta. T, 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 ta. That's the rhythm to our poem, Something Big. So, we'll be doing TTs and tas from now until 5th grade. So, hopefully you got this and you understand. If you didn't, don't worry. We're going to be doing it a whole lot more. All right, so let's go start counting the rhythms in some of our favorite songs. See you later.